From a very young age, we are faced with unknown circumstances that we may find scary or extremely overwhelming. It may start with taking your first steps, if not earlier, and it never stops. When we are young, we think that all of our troubles will go away when we finally become adults. But boy, we are delusional. There is a term I use that might not sound ladylike, but it gets the point across very well. The term is a library of crap, or a library of punches if you are into boxing and not so much into borderline swearing. We accumulate this library. We hear stories from our parents and grandparents. We face our challenges, and over the years, we broaden our horizon of extremely unpleasant situations. We accumulate our library, and we compare our new experiences with what we have already faced. If the new thing you must face is nothing compared to what you already have in your library, you get over it and move on. If you are facing something much worse than anything you have seen, heard, or experienced before, you add it to your library, knowing that it will make you a lot more resilient to whatever else life decides to throw at you. In this book, I share examples of my library, as well as the libraries of those special to me. These examples cause me to reflect and ponder on how in the world my relatives found the courage to face what life threw at them. The stories I share helped develop the courage and resilience in me that helped me cope in some pretty crappy situations. How was I able to just add it to my library of punches and move on with my life without getting defeated? Keep reading to find out. The early collection of life's punches, overcoming insecurities from not speaking English and getting my first job. Introductions. Me, Luba, short for Lubov, which means love in Russian. I am a 42-year-old female who was born in Vilnius, Lithuania in 1978 and came to Boston on September 30th, 1992. I often get compliments on my sexy accent. Well, I say sexy. Others mainly just notice that I have it. My siblings. Sister Ella. Met on the day I arrived home from the hospital. They say she was an adorable 2.5-year-old toddler. No way to prove it now. Half-brother, Arkady. My father's son from a previous marriage. Met when I was 9 years old, and he was 16. I was never that child who got straight A's and was on top of all the schoolwork or chores. I was a good kid, and if my dad asked me to wash the dishes or sweep the floor, I would not dare say no to him. But my parents didn't actually ask much of me. They never cared about report cards, and there wasn't much of a structure when I was growing up. I was always well fed. My dance teachers back in the day might have argued I was fed too well, and there were enough clothes to look as decent as the rest of the kids I knew. For some of my friends, there were rules like you come home, wash your hands, change out of your street clothes, eat, do your homework, and only then you could hang out with friends. In our house, there was none of that. I never had to force myself to do anything hard. As I went through immigration, things changed somewhat. Perhaps that is when my happy and naive childhood began to transition to reality, but I still didn't see my life as a difficult one. Yes, I was made fun of on a few occasions in school because I didn't speak English, and I cried into my pillow pretty much every night for the first 3 years. But I wasn't forced to study hard or work more hours than I signed up for myself. I was extremely happy when I got a job at Stop and Shop packing groceries. The pride of that first paycheck I got at the age of 14, a few months after coming to the U.S., was stronger than any job promotion that followed.